Hello, truckers and truckettes. Truckers, fellow truckers. Dan84 back with some more American Truck Simulator, as you can probably hear from the background, as you know from the title. Good news, everyone. I'm going to be playing on my wheel today, the G920 Logitech. I just got it. No, this video isn't sponsored. I got it a little while ago, actually. I've been complaining about not having it done. I wanted to put it on a stand. I built a stand for it. If I feel like it, there'll be a picture somewhere in this area of the stand I built. It wasn't bad. It just, I need to make some adjustments. It's a little too wide, a little wobbly. So I think if I shorten the width of it up a little bit and everything, it should get it to where I want it. I wanted to have it up here so you guys could watch me wheel and deal as I drive, but no such dice yet. For now, I hooked it to my glass table. It's 6 millimeters thick. I measured it because I read on a forum someone had a 10 millimeter thick glass table and they said it was fine, but they weren't sure about 6. Turns out this is all right, but I don't want to do this permanently because I'm not sure if the force feedback or anything will cause hell with it. I did try some Dirt Rally. I do own Dirt Rally, the first one, and a game I got for free, so I never thought I'd really play it because on keyboard it sucks. But yeah, driving it's actually pretty fun. I've got my old man slippers on today, and we're gonna see how driving goes with an actual wheel. I made some adjustments already. I had some issues in setting the wheel up, and somebody on the lovely Steam forums helped me. Oh, that's right. I guess before I get there, we do have Utah installed too. Connect. Let's get that going. I basically had some issues with the wheel. When I plugged it in, it like crashed the game because it froze up, and then I couldn't get the wheel to actually properly set up. I think what happened is it actually crashed. Oh, it says Romania on license plate. I think it actually crashed something with my truck as well. All right, I should be in a safe spot anyways. Email? Do I have to cut this out? Or you can take new ones at Utah. Cool. Basically what I had to do was get my cloud saves turned off to allow the game to reset, and then I also took a run in a different truck, like one of the borrowed trucks you can do, and then went back into my game and the wheel set up just fine. The reason I was confused as hell was because I tried setting it up with American Truck obviously first. That didn't work. Something happened. I literally went right into Euro Truck 2 and it worked just fine, like running the installer or the wizard, the input wizard, which is right down here. Running the wizard, it worked just fine. So I'm not sure what happened. So I posted to the forum, someone mentioned copying your control scheme from Euro Truck to American Trucks instead of the same file. There's 3 files that you would copy in that case. And essentially you're taking it from one profile to the other. I forgot my vape. You're taking it from one profile to the other and just moving it over. But I didn't even have a profile set up, and what it was because I was saving directly to the cloud. And I think what had happened is I signed up, I played Euro Truck, I signed up for World of Trucks, then I started playing American Trucks. I think it automatically set it to the cloud. So if you buy a Logitech G920, or if you're having any trouble with your wheel setup and you have both games, you could always go back and forth and try both games. Of course, always remember to check to make sure your parking brake isn't set, because as someone made that joke during my thread, I saw that in several other threads too, and I definitely know that my parking brake's never set, because as you know, if you watch my channel, there's an indicator on a little map navigator. So we know it wasn't the parking brake, but you can try that, and then there is some files you can copy and paste, like controls, and then controls something, and then there's an SI file you move as well. But it should be working now. I talked about how I was going to map all my buttons, and it turns out I couldn't map as many as I wanted to, or what I thought I would want to once I started looking at what I would actually need. Obviously, I have my left and right directional mapped. I have the way to turn my camera mapped. I forgot what I put the up and down on the D-pad. I have my cruise control and my resume cruise control. I have my headlights and something else mapped. I have my parking brake for the truck mapped and something else. So I still will be relying a bit on my keyboard as it's sitting right here with me right now. But the biggest thing, let's get into it. The biggest thing, I did get Utah too. I was trying to wait, silly me, I was trying to wait for the Steam Autumn Sale, I guess it's called right now. Which if you're watching this Saturday, it's still going on until December 2nd, I believe. But the Steam Autumn Sale, I was thinking, oh, maybe the DLC be on sale. Yeah, it just came out at the beginning of November. It's not on sale. Come on, now, I don't mind paying full price for it. I like the content for this game. So, I'm running simple automatic. So, reverse, there we go. Reverse will be my reverse, and obviously forward will be my forward. Now, we are back, we're back in Phoenix as well. As you can see, here's Utah right here. We're back in Phoenix because I reloaded my truck and tried to get it to reset my truck because of the error I was having. We've done a bit of exploring, mostly in Arizona. What I want to try to do is get to Utah today. So, let's take a peek at where we're at, somewhere down here. Now, let's find us a load that hopefully goes to Utah today. I don't know how well my driving's gonna be. This would be basically my first time taking anything with a wheel. So let's just go. It's funny because I know if I go, yeah, get rid of that. That's not what I want. Let's go to Coastline Mining. Let's go over here and see what they've got. I know if I take a load, it's like a whole new level of did I map my headlights? Wipers. I thought I did. Get that set. Are they even on? I think that, yeah, they're on. All right. There we go. That's my cruise button, I think, was A. So, the other thing, I guess I will have to move my wheel, or my microphone. Let's just get that right over here, so I don't have to yell the whole time. The other thing I did do was, on this G920, if you have it or you've read about it, one of the big issues that a lot of people have is the brake is a little stiff. And I will totally agree with that. The brake is a bit stiff. What I did, since I don't have a shifter and I don't mind playing automatic on my transmission, was instead of I did set the cruise right. All right. Just trying to remember my mappings. Since I don't mind playing automatic, what I did was instead of mapping the brake as the brake, I mapped the brake to my clutch pedal. The clutch has a bit more give, considerably, and seems like it's going to be much easier to run in the long run. It's funny that now that I'm actually like driving with a wheel, I'm actually looking to the left and right more than I did when I didn't drive with a wheel. Because believe me, I'm sure if you've watched, there's been plenty of times when I just go out and say, hopefully this goes well. So yeah, that's something you can do if you buy this same pedal and you wanted to map it to, if you wanted to map it a little easier, if you're not going to play with a shifter. If you're going to play with a shifter, I have seen that there are people that have talked about different modifications you can do to the brake pedal to loosen it up. I've seen some people say after playing with it for a while it loosens up too. So obviously if you do some modifications to your brake pedal, you are going to void the warranty that you may have. The normal, I think bog standard 1-year manufacturer warranty, you're gonna void that out if you make those modifications. But to each their own. If you want to do something like that, you certainly can do something like that. I just find a good workaround being that I can map the I can map my brake pedal to my clutch and call it a day. No biggie. I like that it makes it a little bit more spread out too. You have a little bit more room for your legs between the two pedals. If I had one complaint so far, it would be that my chair is a little, it's a combination chair pedal placement. I gotta figure this out. It's not ideal, I would say. I can't see. I need to reset the camera. I'm surprised I made that turn without being able to see. I did see, and I might have to do this on mine. I saw someone had the reset camera mapped to one of these buttons. I forget what I mapped this left space, if I want to call it that. It's basically, or left shoulder button. I forget what I mapped that to, or what's mapped to that right now. But that might be a good idea. I think I geared up and geared down on up and down, which I can turn that off. Because now that I got the thing running, I actually don't need to gear up or gear down to get rolling. So we may do that when we stop here. Overall, it's definitely cool playing with the wheel. We haven't started our long trip yet. Hopefully there's one to Utah from here. If not, northern Arizona, and then we can hit to Utah. But it's definitely a little easier, somewhat so far, than playing with the keyboard for controls. Like I said, aside from my pedal dilemma here of how I want to do my pedals, I still have to rely on my keyboard, but as it's sitting right here, that's not such a big deal. Let's check the freight market. Utah, look at that. That gets us to Utah. You know, I wouldn't normally take, man, that one's money though. All right. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take this load to get us to Utah. I might do this all in one video or 2 videos. If I do 2 videos, we'll start the next one right in Utah. It depends how long this one's gonna take. Let's check our options real quick. Keys and buttons. Did I have it geared up? High beams, no, light modes, okay. Wipers. Cruise control resume. Maybe I don't have look left. I want to go to wheels because there's some camera controls in there too. No. This is the fun stuff you have to look forward to if you decide to grab one of these. Route advisor, job info, previous instant, next camera, lean out camera, on wheel camera. Look left, look right. Let's try that. Is there a backward too? Just blinker based camera rotation. All right, let's just call it that. Let's see what that does for us. Then we'll get the radio on and then we'll get going. So let's do that. Okay, I like that. That works, okay. So, I still don't remember what all the other keys were though. I have to see. Little to not. So that's parking brake. What is... What did I map for Y? So unprofessional. So, if I remember right, Y should be 4. Nope, I don't remember right. That's in, just kidding, that's in dirt. So light modes is 8, which makes sense. Parking brake's 9, so 9 is left, 8 is that. Wipers is X. So what's button 3? Nothing? Looks like that's the only missing button. And here are the things. Alright. I can't think of what else I would need to map though. So even though I didn't map everything, I did manage to map a lot of the ones I wanted, other than my radio mainly. If we look at it, really my radio's not mapped, and screw it. We'll put the horns on there. Why not? Now I'm a real driver. All right. Because I have a horn. Where's my trailer? That's handy to hit that up on the D-pad to just zip it back. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out a better chair solution because I can already feel it on the way my ankles are bent right now. I guess I could put the coupling of the trailer. In fact, let's do that real quick. What I'll do is and don't ask me why I keep doing all this while you guys are here. I guess this is if you ever plan on getting a wheel, you could use some of these same ideas. I think what we'll do is we'll make the trailer I want to make it down on the D-pad, but you know what? Let's not. Because now that I'm thinking about it, bumper cam, on wheel cam. There's no cam that's behind you. I was gonna make it on the D-pad there, but you know what? If I'm gonna use that for all my camera functions, I definitely don't want. I don't want to drop the trailer mid-run, because that would be expected from me, but amateur as well. I haven't messed with too many of the settings. Whoa. Oh. Still drive just like I would without a wheel. I haven't messed with too many of the settings as far as sensitivity or anything like that. I did tone it back just because, like I said, I'm using my glass desk right now. So I wanted to make sure I don't have too much force feedback come out, because if I hit something, obviously I don't want to break my table if I don't have to. Table wasn't cheap. Huh. Alright. So we're gonna leave it like this, although eventually I may look and see what some other people have done for their oh yeah, I forgot, I just do that. I may look at what some other people have done for their settings to see how they like certain things. Now the one thing about the clutch is your brake that's kind of nice for me, because I got used to playing on the keyboard with starting and stopping pretty much, not on a dime, but you could stop pretty quick. The clutch does stop a heck of a lot faster than if I was to use the brake. So I like that I mapped that way. However, if you do the same thing, just be warned, it's going to drop like super quick. The one thing that's nice is my truck in Euro Truck, I don't know, I guess the lane ends. My truck in Euro Truck had some primo brakes, man. That was my one thing when I started playing American Truck, was the brakes weren't as on the hat as they are in Euro Truck. And setting this clutch definitely gives you some quick stopping brakes. And basically simple automatic has you, I'm gonna have to get used to that. I think I mentioned that would be an issue for me, is braking and stopping. Simple automatic has it where you, right now, for instance, if I want to go forward, I just hit the accelerator. Obviously it gears up and gears down as needed. And then when you do reverse or brake, it'll shift down to reverse, and then you can go the way that you're going to go that way. Let's get up to cruising. Man, this does feel so much nicer with a wheel though, instead of the keyboard. Like, it actually feels accurate. Like I said, my complaint would be my pedals right now, just because of the floor and chair position. But this steering feels a lot better. Oh yeah. That's how it's done, children. So I don't know. I kind of dig this. I like that it works on this table. Like I said, I don't want to risk it for too long. I have a stand, like I said at the beginning, and I want to use that. I need to narrow down the width and possibly do some other stuff. It's really rough and rudimentary, I'll say. Now some crazy driving was had when I put on Dirt Rally, because that's a game I've never played that much. I mean, I've played Forza Horizon on the console and stuff, but Dirt Rally, my goodness, having that with a wheel was definitely interesting. I kept crashing a lot. I didn't realize how long the tracks were. I mean, some of the tracks were like 9 minutes, but I think they're longer anyways. I'm so used to Forza tracks that I was thinking it would be 2-minute courses, and I think the best time on one of mine was like 9 minutes, and I think the top time was like 7 something. So I don't know if the computer was just better than me but not by much, or if that's just how long those courses take. But I was hauling balls like you would in Forza Horizon, and it was not to my detriment. My car looked like it went through a bad accident, and that's the least of it. To check my audio, make sure I don't have the truck audio too loud. I like the rumble. Like, there's a slight rumble, like if you were driving. I like that. I suppose I could map the brighter headlights to the bottom of that D-pad. Oh, it's 75. Yeah, I can keep going. Of course, now it slows down. I thought they were playing Pantera. Oh man. Speed limit 30 to get through this turn. Let's see. What's going on? Oh, look at that. In fact, let's do that right now. Because I normally don't mess with the brights too much, but if I have them mapped on my wheel there, because for sake of accuracy, I've been trying to drive without the brights, especially when there's other cars in front on a split highway. What's going on? And I think the wheel is actually fairly accurate with my turning. I don't know if you guys can see my hand because my mic is currently covering my box, my head box, my talking head box. seems like it is though. Oh, slow down. We're already in Wickenburg. I've driven this route before, man, if only it was that quick to get to Wickenburg. I know I've probably said that before on other videos, but man, if it was only that quick to get to Wickenburg from Phoenix. Aside from being in a smaller wheel than a normal wheel, like car wheel, this actually feels pretty nice though. Like I feel like I'm actually driving. What's my... So I got 6 hours till I sleep. When's this due? Thursday by 6 p.m. to Friday morning? Okay, yeah, we'll take a break. We'll take a break somewhere in here. That's right, look out, Big Papa's coming through. Yeah, this is nice. I think I'm centered up on the road. Yeah, I'm pretty centered. No, we ain't gonna take it. I thought they were playing My Sharona for a second there on 98. So yeah, the big to-do this week would be obviously the using my wheel. Obviously, we got Utah on here. I'm excited. I don't know what to get in the Steam sale. I got a little bit of greenbacks in the account. Not much, as I never do, but the sales this year are a little sad. Not just on Steam, like PlayStation and Xbox, I'm a little let down. I don't know if it's because I have a lot of stuff already, game-wise, and there's just nothing that interests me, but there's not too many big, huge deals that I'm nabbing up. I was a little let down, needless to say. I don't know. If you've got some good recommendations, drop them in the comments. If you don't, then you don't have to. Looks like we're going for a slowdown or something soon. Or maybe a lane ending. Yep, highway coming together. That's right, truck, slow down behind me there. We're all gonna hodgepodge together. Jeez. Yeah, the clutch as the brake was a smart idea. The brake is so stiff. I don't know if that's intentional or what. Maybe it'll break in over time. I mean, I'm not going to be using it that much, but maybe it'll break in over time. We're not gonna take it. That guy slowed way down for no reason. Then I dropped my speed way down. Like we're doing 36. Any more? I'm not a big Muse fan, but having heard this song a million times now, kind of getting stuck in my head. I know it's old as dirt. You know, this one. Not a huge Muse fan, but I've heard it so many times now, I kind of can dig parts of it. Oh yeah, put it on, old habits. Yeah, so what we'll do, oh yeah, I'm only 4 hours away from my destination. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll find a, don't turn too quick. We'll find a rest stop, I'm sure up here somewhere. And we'll knock off and maybe get some gas too. Coming over. Let's see what we got. Yeah, we've got one in Kingman here. So last video talked a lot about the COPA changes coming to YouTube. Interesting to see how it's affecting YouTubers, and YouTube is a channel already. The amount of ads I've seen on YouTube lately significantly increased. I don't get paid from YouTube. I don't have monetization. You gotta have more than just under 200 subscribers for that nonsense, I think, to be partnered or whatever. Let's get off here. Random. I've noticed a lot of videos that I watch, 2 ads now at the beginning. Trying to soak up that advertiser money before the changes go in effect in January, I think. Interesting. In my last video I mentioned if you wanted to learn more about it or look into it or help any of your creators, there's plenty of info out there. There's plenty of info out there about it, so don't be shy to look into that stuff. If you know a creator that you want to support or help out. But yeah, interesting to see the way things are looking like they might change after the first of the year. The other thing, I mentioned, I think 2 or 3 videos ago, was how I thought Stadia was going to be a flop. Don't think I was wrong about that one. The the details coming out more and more about Stadia as a whole. Like I don't see who it's made for. I was gonna try talking, but as you can see, I need all my concentration here. I got plenty of room on this side. All right. There's not an easy way for me to get in there. I usually have trouble with those anyways, but what I'm gonna do is, it looks like on this route that it's remapped me, there's a rest stop right on the side of the road. So I will be adapting the plan. Oh, got Metallica playing in the background. It's definitely gonna get claimed. Much more from the heart. Forever trust in who we are. The only thing that's weird is, like a regular car spins your wheel back, or you can get used to that. That's the only thing. I don't think it resets as easily. You can tell when it's back to normal. Let's see. Yeah, you can see my arm there, and you can see the motion in the wheel. It's actually pretty spot on when I'm not speeding through Kingman. It's a little bit getting used. Of course, it's only because I'm trying to switch cameras while I'm doing all that too. I'm sure over time I'll get used to that. Matters. Careful what this do. Hopefully I'll have better luck turning into this sleep spot. I don't think we damaged the trailer. No, we didn't. Rest area. I definitely did not map the shut the engine off. That's for sure. Which way am I gonna get out of here? Oh. Blizzle Flam. Let's see if this helps my backing any. seems to be helping my backing. Coming out. Got it, man. Woo. For a different view. Hetfield, not as fun to make fun of as Mustaine is. Cruising now. So like I was saying before I got screwed up trying to park somewhere, Google Stadia. I'm a little surprised. Well, I'm not surprised. I said it was gonna be a failing venture. I think if you look at the launch, horrible launch, man. People didn't get their codes. The founders didn't get their codes, but they got their gear, which was goofy. The games, they don't run at 4K 60 FPS like they advertised. Some of them are upscaled, some of them just aren't optimized because of the developers. That's the newest thing this week. The developers, it's up to them to make it get there, I guess, is what they're saying. I don't know, man. There was a thread. Don't know how to find that sweet spot. There was a thread on the Reddit, apparently, about boxes overheating, I think, or getting hot. The Google Chromecast Ultra that comes with it to play the games, getting hot or overheated, and Google flat out denied that. They're like, we're not having those problems, so you shouldn't either. All right. You got to plug the Chromecast into, or use an Ethernet on the Chromecast to get the optimal gaming performance. Which, if you're a gamer, anyways, you probably are hardwiring most of your devices anyways. I think my computer, actually I think my PlayStation is now too, but I think my computer and my Xbox for sure are hardwired in, because those are the ones where I might be on, obviously my computer because I upload and stuff, but my Xbox, because that's where I do my multiplayer mostly. The PlayStation, I think, it looks like there might be a wire going to it for hardwire. But I don't do much online on my PlayStation, but the store, ridiculous. The PlayStation store is ridiculous if it's not hardwired. So I think I did end up hardwiring it in. The old Hoover Dam. I think I did end up hardwiring it in. But I mean, to have to do that is not what their device or their sales pitch was. But of course they're not gonna, like I've heard said before, and it's true, they're not gonna advertise their average. They're gonna advertise their best feature. Like, you can get up to 4K. I mean, it's cool that you can stream games with no load times. I mean, the best thing that people have said when they've got it running is there's like no load time. So like you'll buy a game. I think Destiny 2 would be one of them, and Red Dead Redemption. You'll buy a game, and it's ready to go. Like you just get right into it. Some of the device support seems a little lackluster. I think you can only stream it from mobile if you've got a Pixel. So I guess if you're a Google fanboy, then you're set. Don't know too many of those. The Chrome option to play on your browser is kind of cool. I mean, you're playing a game on a browser, so it does eliminate the need to have a pricey console. Oh, I braked way too hard. So that's kind of cool that you can play on your Chrome browser and go from couch to maybe laptop, or maybe even a Chromebook, and play on a browser. But I think the weirdest thing and kind of the truest thing is if you're a PC gamer, you probably already have a great PC for playing games. You might not. You might be in the need to upgrade. But you probably, if you're a PC gamer, have already spent the money to have a PC that's good for gaming. I mean, I could use an update to my graphics card. I'm running a 1060 right now, EVGA, but it works just fine for what I play. So if you're a PC gamer, you probably wouldn't get Chromecast or wouldn't get the Stadia for that reason. If you're a console gamer, yeah, it's a lot cheaper at $130, but if you're a console gamer, this generation at least, you've already got the console you want. I don't know anybody, if they're a gamer, unless they just really haven't been able to afford it, I don't know anybody that doesn't already have an Xbox One. And for Black Friday, because you're watching this on Saturday, so the sales should be going through the weekend. I mean, all week they've had sales on PlayStation 4 Pros and Xbox One X's. Like $100 off. So if you're a console gamer, you probably already have the console you want. The games that came out are all on the consoles or PC. I think they're all console games. So they're already out for the device you probably already have. It's a weird spot to turn. But who am I to judge? So I mean, it's a weird launch as far as trying to play it and figure out who it's for or what it's for. And it's just not, it's not the same quality. I mean, PC Master Race, they'll tell you PC is the best way to play games. And even though I'm a console fanboy that plays on PC, because I've always been console, just now getting into this PC business, the thing is if there's something I want to play, I like having a disc in a lot of cases, or I like having a dedicated library of games that I know I own. Now the other criticism is not only are you paying, so let's break it down. It's $130 if I remember right for the Stadia. And that's the controller and the Chromecast Ultra. On top of that, you got free service, which isn't out yet. I think that's later, because of course they're going to try to sell as much of their service-based package as they can, which I'll get into more of that in a second. But you got the free option eventually that's coming, which will be nice, but you can only do up to 1080 on your gaming. If you pay for the premium $10 a month subscription, you get 4K. So they're charging you already for a service they can't provide reliably at this current stage as it's launched. You can't get 4K in a lot of cases without 100% everything working 100% in situations. So you're already paying $10 for something that some of the games won't even do 4K. That's your monthly. Now, don't forget, Stadia charges you for all the games as well. So, and I've been thinking a lot about Xbox Game Pass just because it could be a nice addition, because then I wouldn't have to buy as many games. But like I said, I like owning games, so I don't have a problem with that. But Game Pass is like your Netflix, so to say, where you pay a monthly fee, but you can download the game to your console and then you play it and then you can give it back. Xbox already does that, and you don't pay extra for each game. But on this one, ooh, what is that? Oh, that's the back of that button. With Stadia, you're paying $10 a month for 4K, where available, I'll say. Then, if you want to buy a game, if you want to play a game, you actually have to buy the game. Some of them were listed at full price, although I do know they're on sale right now because of Black Friday, I believe. Because I think I saw a video and they were talking about like Red Dead was like $30 or something like that, and Destiny 2 was like $20. Never mind that if you already wanted to play those games, aside from Red Dead on PC, which I believe that's out now already too, I have it on console, so aside from if you already wanted to play those games, you probably already played those games, like Destiny 2 being the exception since it's a looter shooter, and I know people that played the first Destiny until Destiny 2 came out, and I know people that still, on my friends list, I'll log on and see them playing Destiny 2. But if you want to play, you have to pay for the game, and you don't have a copy of it either. It's not saved on a hard drive. It's not saved so you can play offline, because you have to always be online, which was another issue which I think I've talked about. But it's saved on the Google server just as a purchase that you've made. So say Stadia goes tits up, you just wasted all that money. Like, you don't have a game, you won't have access to it, you won't have anything. Now, at least if I remember correctly, on Steam, if you have it downloaded to your computer, I think if it's an offline game, you should be able to play it offline. Obviously, if you have an Xbox, I think if you have it downloaded, I think you can play it offline unless it requires it to verify your purchase if it's a digital copy, but that I'm not 100% sure of. But other than that, if you lose Stadia or if Stadia goes out, you basically just wasted your money on a game that you probably already have on another console. I don't know. Personally, I, like a lot of people, don't know who they made it for, because nobody asked for it. And the thing is too, I was going to say, when I talked about the consoles, you already have the console you want for this generation. This generation's about over. We're looking, I mean, the Switch I would say was mid-generation for the other consoles, because I think that came out 3 years ago now. 4 years ago now. I still want one. I don't have one yet, but I still want one. But the Switch is probably the newest console, but even that's been out a couple years now. So you probably have the console of your choice already. Stadia, rocking current gen console games and stuff, but we're about to go into the next gen. Like, we're about to see what's next in gaming. I think we're barely getting into Utah here. Thanks for your cooperation. I'm gonna have to break this into another video. I like driving with this wheel. But yeah, Stadia, I just don't know who it's for or what it's for. But it's not going well. Maybe they'll turn it around, but there's a whole webpage dedicated to Google's failed projects, so this is just gonna go the way of the Dodo and the Google Glass, as I keep saying. I don't know, it's an interesting concept, but like Microsoft's working, I think, Project xCloud, with streaming as well. They're looking into how to get it functioning, and and make it viable. So, and I'm pretty sure they'll probably roll it out like with Game Pass. So I don't see why that wouldn't be the better option going forward, as opposed to what Google's trying to toss out with Stadia. I don't know. Just doesn't seem like it's going well. This was nice driving with the wheel. I didn't hardly feel like I did anything. Still some bugs to work out with driving with a wheel and the brakes and stuff, but it seems like my turning is a little bit better. A little tighter, a little easier to manipulate. I guess more realistically. I mean, I used to drive heavy equipment. Never drove a semi, but I used to drive a school bus. I drove loaders. I've driven water trucks. Stuff like that. So, kind of have some experience with heavier equipment. So it's kind of hard sometimes to do it on a keyboard. But man, this is making it a lot. Hey, whoa. Dude, I had a green light and it cost me 900 bucks. Dude, what kind of horse shit is that? I had my directional on, so I don't know if that threw him off, but geez. I guess I'll swallow that dark pill. Just like I know I can't turn right on red, even though everyone else just does. Jerks. Enough of that road rage moment. Yeah, I feel like the turning's a lot easier. More natural than when I was playing with a keyboard. Is that a gas station too? Oh no, it's, well it is, but it doesn't look like they have gas. Doesn't look like they have diesel. There's a repair shop, it looks like, and it looks like there's a garage you can own down there. I think what I'll do is, because this will be, I'll save it for the next video. I think what I'll do is I will head down there to just explore, and then the next load I take, we're gonna go through Utah some more. But I'll head down there and kind of continue what I said I was hoping to do anyways, was on my, when I'm freed up from loads, I want to go locally and try to open up some of the roads and explore some more before I take some of these loads. But I like this wheel. This was a nice addition. I think once I get my pedals figured out, which after a minute it wasn't so bad, but once I get that figured out, I think this will be nice, and then adjust the stand that I have. Who knows, maybe I'll start doing racing videos on this channel too. Because dirt was fun, but I got Forza and stuff. That would probably be a little more easier for a scrub like me. Alright, where do I need to put this thing? Okay, so let's go. Yeah. Let's turn this way. I didn't even look to see if I was clear over there. I'm gonna assume I am. Oh, look at that. Almost like I knew what I was doing. I think it definitely made backing up easier when I was in that spot kind of stuck. So, not that that's gonna justify a wheel purchase for you if you don't have one or you play this, but I definitely think it was nice for when I get into those situations if I need to use it. Can't stop a good habit, you just gotta slap that parking brake on. Oy. I think I had that turned up loud. I'm gonna have to turn that down probably. Alright, cool. Well, that was me barely getting to Utah. We'll turn the video down. That was me getting into Utah on American Truck Simulator. Ooh, wheel, hey. And trying out this G920 wheel. I like it. Like I said, I think it's going to be nice. Like I said, hopefully I'll get my wheel stand fixed. Do things a little differently. I don't know if I want to keep it on this glass table for too long, but I liked it so far. And I look forward to doing some runs, especially through Utah with this thing. So we'll see more. Like I said, next video, we'll plan to just roll through Utah and see what's going on there since it's new. And I kind of want to explore too. So until then, we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. If you like, comment, subscribe, and all of that fun stuff. And I will hit the wrong screen button. Then there we go. That's what I get for remapping everything. All right, I will see you guys next time. I don't know why I always push stop record when I mean to hit record. All right. If all works accordingly, we should be good to go. Actually, I'm gonna put this over here because I should be looking right there. We'll see how this is gonna go. All right. Not a spec on this end. Although turning the headphones down isn't gonna make it any easier.